fair bit of traveling today on this program, and we're not back in Lagos yet. We're going to Delta, and we're going to see the face of change in Delta State. It's my pleasure to welcome the Commissioner for Information, naturally, Mr. Chike Ogea.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Thank you. My
And the Commissioner for Special Infrastructure, Orezi Isievo.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us this time. Normally, it's our brother here that we see all the time. Now, the governor is being given yet another award, and they're just flooding in. Chike, what is this all about?
Well, I guess it is for the good work he has done. That is the truth. And what gladdens my heart in all of this is that, just like the Bible says, there's a time for everything. When we were working, assiduously, him and his team, and it was almost a day and night affair, like we kept saying. Don't forget, we came from the backdrop of the elections. There were multiple elections, there were distractions, then there were litigations and all that. But
and there was a rerun.
Yeah, that's what I meant by the elections generally. But in all of that, like they said, I don't know if you've seen the Vanguard today, because it's the Vanguard that is actually giving us this award. What they captured him as the calm that conquers all storms, So that disposition he has in the midst of it all, we that were working with him closely at that time, we didn't even realize he was planning, because he would have lost a lot of valuable time. But he kept on planning. That was the planning stage. So immediately it was all over, we got on our feet and we started running. And the idea is to run to the last minute. And I think the summation of all that is in these accolades that are coming in, which I think are very well earned. And that's why lately, we've been on a global drive for investments, because we think that we've laid the basis. Of course, that is the template of the Delta Beyond Oil thing we've been talking about, which is to diversify the economy. And I think having done that, I think he's gone into what will be the final phase now, getting foreign investments into the state so that we can open up the state. We've been so lucky with this Gas City fertilizer plant that is coming in Ogidigbe, over $16 billion. And that is a massive project. That's going to change the shape of the entire West Africa terrain, not just Delta. And with that kind of thing coming in, with 2 airports, maybe 3, 4 seaports, I mean, we still have to keep working with the federal government in terms of dredging so that big boats, big ships can come in and all that. Then, the industrialization of Delta will be complete.
Okay.
So obviously it will just depend on the incoming administration to take it to the next level.
Okay, Orezi, you've been part of the ministry or section of the government that is called the special infrastructure. What are the special infrastructure that this government and the government of His Excellency Dr. Emmanuel Uduaghan has brought to bear that has changed the face of Delta?
Basically, like Chike just enumerated, after all the planning and everything, His Excellency actually hit the ground running. And in the area of special infrastructure, he actually put a strategic initiative in place to fast-track the development and completion of what we call in Delta State key but special infrastructure. They're basic infrastructure in the health sector, in the education sector, in transport, in health. He has love for pediatric care.
Being a doctor himself.
As a medical doctor, of course. 2007, he started with the free maternal and child care program for women and children under the age of 5. So that program is running till date. And he not only backed it up with the infrastructure to go with it in terms of a dedicated maternal and child care center, 2 actually, 1 in Warri and 1 at Ekbang. So we have those on ground. He also went ahead. These centers, in fact, one was commissioned just about 2 weeks ago, and the Olu of Warri was there, to witness the commissioning. Brand new facility, both of them 100 beds, facilities, equipped with state-of-the-art equipment for mother and child from conception to delivery and to the age of 5. He also went ahead to do a total rehabilitation of Echo Baptist Hospital. I'm sure you know Echo Baptist Hospital in Warri, one of those old hospitals by the missionaries that was taken over, that was built 67 years ago. Now the
57.
governor, 67 years ago, the governor went ahead, took over this hospital, totally rehabilitated Echo Baptist Hospital, and brought in brand new equipment as well, state-of-the-art equipment. Echo Hospital is a living hospital, is work in progress. Right now, we're about 90% completed, ready for commissioning as well. And of course, we won't help but talk about DELSUT, Delta State University Teaching Hospital, where His Excellency as well, of course, as a doctor, he has love for medicine. He has love for the people of Delta State to make sure he gives them qualitative health care. You are aware, January this year, the first kidney transplant took place in Delta State University Teaching Hospital. So that is in the area of health, given the time that we have. In the area of education, His Excellency also has embarked on massive educational infrastructural development. Several schools, in fact, as at today, more than 380 schools have undergone massive renovation, brand new construction. We have model primary schools. We have model secondary schools that can hold their own anywhere in the world, you know, with state-of-the-art equipment. And he does this not just for infrastructure, but also for, you know, programming, training of teachers to make sure that there is a conducive learning environment for the pupils and also for the teachers to teach as well.
So what are the policies it's got in the area of teacher training? Because we've just completed Education Summit in Abuja recently, and you're looking at what the teachers, they're focusing on, saying there is no incentive for work, there is no encouragement, there is no support, training is extremely poor, bad pay and all that. This is not in Delta, because I can see your face going
Delta
like,
State,
oh no. But
absolutely not.
Delta
State is one of the
like
few
that's
states.
what goes across the nation. What is it you're doing in Delta that is different from what these teachers
In Delta State, teachers are paid promptly.
Okay. And they are paid
owed,
well.
And they are paid well. They are trained. In fact, you see classrooms with computers for teachers, for pupils. You know, they're trained from time to time, you know, by the Ministry of Basic and Primary Education. So it's not the case in Delta.
Okay, let me swing to Chike here. I picked a few things out of the material that I have, and I want to focus on the 20